Welcome back to the CNP podcast. We had an excellent episode of Jujutsu Kaisen today. And can I just say, I absolutely loved how it started. Like the whole films and the interviews and people giving their, I was like, wow, Gojo is about to get messed up because you don't see this unless somebody dies or something happens. And I'm not a manga reader for it, so I didn't know no spoilers. But I know y'all all love the episode, so chin back. Tell them. My bad.
No,
okay.
Go ahead.
Mow it.
No, I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure if I'm not, I could be wrong, but I thought they said they kind of spoiled this whole ending last season. Like they alluded to this happening last season.
How?
I thought so. I could be wrong.
Why do you say that? Where did they allude?
Oh, I thought weren't they talking about I thought they went. Once again, I could be mistaken. I thought there was a scene where they were in the future a little bit, and Gojo was trapped. They were talking about how Gojo was trapped, and they need to get him out. I could be making all that shit up, but I thought that was in season 1.
No, they tried to do that in season 1, like the whole barrier thing, where it's like everyone. The whole barrier is everyone can get in except for Gojo. Is that what you're talking about?
No,
because that was a thing in season 1.
I remember.
Obviously, in this episode, we got to see that he had brain inside him. But
little brain.
Yeah,
that reminds me of I don't know if you guys watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes,
no.
I did back when I was.
But Shredder, if you guys don't know, Shredder is exactly that.
Is an alien. Yeah, he's literally an alien. Yeah.
And I was very angry when that was real.
But that's only one of the stories, I believe. I don't think that's all of them.
I don't know.
He died and he was revived by the alien or whatever.
It's the same exact thing.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So I mean, I thought that was cool. I like the way he. I love the way he was fighting, like this entire episode. I love it.
Gojo?
But yeah, dude, the way he showed immediately no mercy to Plant Lady.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Dude just lost his
Forget
wife.
no mercy. He went full insanity.
Yeah, he pulled out her intestines through her eyes. It was crazy.
He's like, "This is your weak spot." Oh,
I'm gonna take all of it. Yeah, my weak spot is you taking out my insides. Thanks.
And the volcano guy was like, "Did you say you're going after the plant lady? Why are you going after me?" He's like, "Oh wait." And then he's like, "Oh, now I know. Now I know what you're up to, Gojo."
Right. Don't weaken for anything. That was the whole thing they said. Don't weaken it. She weakened it for a second and she exploded. Like, that's crazy.
A damn pimple against
all
the
he
wall.
did was walk towards her the whole time.
And that animation when that happened, I was like, "Oh my god, his face! Like he's psychopath, but like I love it."
That was very raw.
That was Gojo, man. Big Gojo. All these people there. I like their plan though. I thought their plan was really good. Just toss a bunch of people. At first, it was literally just let people be there so they drop in. But no, his plan after was toss a bunch of people at him that get stuck midair because of his domain, his powers.
Yeah, infinite thing.
Yeah.
But I feel you, like when you're in a situation like that, that's exactly how it happens in the scary movies, right? When the big lumbering monster is chasing them, they just start throwing shit at them because they don't know what else to do. These guys are the same way. He don't know. He's scared as much.
Also for the people, right? I feel for them, right? Because
they have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, some of them can't see. Most of them can't see, right? Some of them can. Some of them can see. Most of them can't.
I mean, even if they can't see, like they see people flying and blood all the.
I mean, no. I mean, obviously, I'm talking about the monsters and everything. They can't.
Yeah.
Most of them cannot see them. Most of them cannot see them. Some of them can't. But like, don't you see
they all saw
right
the monsters that Mahito made. Everybody could see those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, they didn't know what was going on. They just saw blood and people exploding and stuff like that.
And that was a whole crazy plan to bring through 100,000 monsters and just be like, all right, have fun with this shit.
Yeah.
It makes sense, man. You get on the F train or the 6. Honestly, they could have done this on the 1 train too.
All the people were like,
bro, the 1 train's already crazy enough as it is, right? Like this people are like 2 steps from being these monsters for the most part.
Shout out to everybody who's in New York right now who knows what Joey's talking about.
Yeah, you guys all know.
Okay.
Yeah, all the people underground were like, finally we're saved. It's like, no, you're kind of not.
I felt like if any of this happened, nobody would actually run towards the train with that much excitement. Like I would not. I would be trying to get out Obviously, we can't because of the barrier, but I would still be staying by them stops or whatever the barrier left me at.
That's interesting though, because like you're trying to get out, right? Your whole plan is to try and get out. A train pulls up. I don't know. That's kind of the only way out, isn't it?
I don't know, man. What? Look. Here's my thought process. Right.
I'm definitely not the first person to the train for sure.
These people had to try to go left and right. Right. They definitely tried to go all the way left and all the way right before they all stuck in the middle. Right.
Okay.
All right. So surely somebody hopped over and tried walking in the tracks, came back and realized it didn't work. Now this is a big hop because there's gates here, which we don't have in ours. You just fall in. Whatever.
I'm sure everybody that tried that got burned to a crisp.
I mean,
you're not gonna go too far down.
You're not gonna get the barrier just stops you. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't kill you. It just stops you from leaving.
No. But I'm talking about the volcano monster.
Oh yeah. Probably he probably did. But what I'm saying is, if I can't go left and right because there's a barrier, why would I go into a train that's gonna smash itself at whatever speed into that?
Because the train just came through the barrier.
That is true.
So you might figure the train can leave the barrier.
Okay. But maybe my logic is a little different because if I went to a barrier and I couldn't get through, I would try and throw something through, like a rock or whatever. I feel like that's something someone might do. Like
it's like a building is exploding. Do you want to be in an explosion or do you want to jump off the building? Like either way, like it's bad. But
in this case, it's literally the barrier stops you. So if you're slamming into a barrier, if I'm slamming myself into a wall, I don't think I go. But my point is, I don't think I go to the train. I see what everybody else did.
Yeah.
I'll stay by.
Like May said, like the barrier, like the train came through the barrier, so maybe there's a chance that you can get out of the barrier through the train.
But I feel like if these people try to toss their hats or their shoes or their clown noses, some of these guys are wearing because it's Halloween, like to see if it's just them or see if anything else happened. Because like realistically, right? You get no signal through the barrier, right? Like that's what happens with the phone. So, all right, and the barrier stops you as a human, right? It won't stop a phone, right? So what if I held my phone by the back edges, dialed 911, pressed it, and then put it through the barrier slightly while holding it from the back edges? Would I be able to call 911?
I don't think so.
And just yell, but I don't know if they hear me. I don't know if they hear me, though. But doesn't
also they had police there, and that didn't matter. Like you call 911, 911 wasn't going to help you.
I mean, it's true. It's not that the sorcerers weren't there anyway. I'm just thinking about like ways, like what I would do in that situation. I'm gonna see what can get through.
But everything that you would do, you would still be in the same spot. Yeah, like it wouldn't really matter. You would still eventually, unfortunately,
no, for sure. But
you'd be chopped up.
But my reasoning wouldn't put me in a train, is what I'm saying. I wouldn't go in a train.
I'm trying anything.
Stay there.
But I do agree with you, and I'm not gonna be the first. I'm not gonna be at the front of the line for the train.
I'm not gonna be at the back of the line. I'm gonna be there chilling and waiting. I'm gonna be far away. Oh yeah, y'all shouldn't have went that way.
Oh no.
Yeah, a guy like me, a couple dead people, get them on top of me. I lie underneath them, just hide and see what happens. Get out of ways of people stomping later. Hide, see what happens.
You are finna get trampled.
That's what I'm saying. Get out of the way. Get out of the way, bro. I gotta get in the corner, like way in the corner.
There's just somebody walk. There's just two random dead bodies propped up against the wall. It
wouldn't be two. It wouldn't be two. Okay, it'd be a whole wall. It'd be like 10.
Like, who built the dead body TP in the corner? Hey, did you do this? Did you?
It'd work.
That whole scene though was and then afterwards where he slows down time, or is he slowing down time? Or
so he did his barrier, speed himself up. He slows down everybody else's. Because in certain barriers you can't, like, other people can't react, can't move in his. Right, so like he did the human for 2 minutes. He did his for 299 seconds, or 2 seconds. 2 seconds for the humans, or 0.2 of a second. He did 299 seconds for him.
Yeah,
you could be right.
I think the way that I interpreted it was Joey, like his 299 seconds is their 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Like he slowed it down to a point where like that's theirs. Like as the Flash can do things really fast, but like realistically, it's the Speed Force making him move faster than other people. But he can move normal in that if he really wants to.
Yeah.
So it's things like that.
Okay, that makes sense. It was 299 real seconds.
Yeah.
Because the dude needed at least a full minute to activate the trap.
Yeah.
Right. And then it only felt like 0.2 of a second or
I
whatever.
like how the whole plan was him reveal himself to throw him off for like a second.
Like that's a good plan. Like that's your best friend. Like you're back alive. Like what's going on after a year of not seeing him? Surely you're gonna get some sort of reaction. And that emotion, he's like, my brain, my eyes, I see you, but my soul, it denies you. It as Gojo's number one fan, it hurt to see that.
But I will say, Mechamaru little Bluetooth in the end.
Yeah, what are you doing, bro? I don't want to hear from you anymore. I don't want to see you anymore. Like get him a game. Get him a show.
Wait, did it hurt seeing that he loved another man like more than he would ever love you?
No, I respect their love. I respect their love. I'll be the third wheel any day. To that love, that is pure love, Moet. That's pure love.
Throw dirt on me.
You'll go in the trunk for Gojo.
Say it again.
You'll go in the trunk for Gojo.
What does that mean? But yes,
you'll be a spare. Like you'll be a spare.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Respect.
The animation when Gojo was running around, like it showed his desperation. That was so beautiful.
Yeah.
I would like to mention that my Crunchyroll. 5 minutes? Yeah, I guess it's 5 minutes. 300 divided by 60. I would like to mention that my Crunchyroll froze 6 minutes into the episode. So while it was frozen right there, I had to, took a step back from the screen.
It was like you froze everybody else, and you had Gojo's power.
Yeah, it was like I had Gojo's power, and I took a step back.
That's why you became one.
Like stood up and started racing around the room.
Punched at the walls.
That's hard. Okay.
I got him. Anyways, and I was like,
Gojo for real.
I'm Gojo for real. So 6 minutes in, and the episode froze, and I just took a minute to really just think in, like, this is peak. This is one of the greatest anime of all time, and I'm here, alive, watching it. So grateful.
You said you gave your thanks. You gave you said prayer.
Yeah.
Respect. You said eat the dakimasu.
I said eat the dakimasu.
Food.
Listen, when I'm watching JJK, I have a nice meal ready.
Right. I do too. I always, because I think this is a like 9 a.m. drop, if I'm not mistaken. Something
for me, it drops at 1 p.m.
Oh, okay. So then this is an afternoon drop. This is when I watch it. I watch it in the afternoon. But yeah, normally I make sure I have some food, pull up, enjoy myself, eat the dakimasu, and then enjoy the show.
And you already know next episode is about to be it might not be just as good, but it's going to be good.
It should be pretty good. I mean, so they already teased what's his name coming back.
Well, I don't know if he's back. Mechamaru.
Curse energy do it.
Mechamaru.
Curse. No, not Mechamaru.
Oh, yeah,
I am talking about the movie guy. Yeah.
Okay.
They already kind of teased him coming back because he's like, yo, you think Seal and me is gonna do anything? Like, there's still him. He's still out there. And then there's, you remember what's his name, right? Well, he got a son, so you gotta look out for him too. All right.
I don't think he said that, but
isn't that what he said? He said, you remember you remember what's his name, right? Like, he got a kid, so don't think shit's sweet around here. And then he was like, man, I don't care about none of that. Peace out, pussy. And then sealed his ass
he
up.
was saying he don't care because those were because he bonded his soul with the girl, but the girl's gone. So like we don't know if he can still do that crap. I mean, we probably can't.
Listen, it don't matter, dude. He's related to Gojo. He's got some power.
Yeah, he's
No,
got some
dude,
power.
it does matter because his power literally let him has a limitless supply of curse energy, and he can copy any attack.
What if he found another girl?
Oh
And then
no!
she died. She died.
You're right. You're right. If he finds another girl and she dies, it's over.
I don't write the anime, all right? I just watch it. If he kills another girl to get his power back, then that's what he got to do.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Also, where'd the Bluetooth come from?
Yeah, that's wild. Mechamaru Bluetooth was crazy. That's coverage, bro. Even when you dead,
you're dead, and he's in a tunnel. Like he's like,
yeah.
That's not even 5G. That's like 10 M's.
That's what we should have.
Xfinity has this thing where it's like 10G, and I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, are you just lying? Are you just lying to us?
Yes. That's
10 gigabytes down.
They're lying.
Okay.
I was supposed to have incredible internet by this summer, but anyway.
Not this summer,
Anyways, this is a 10 out of 10 episode for me.
Good episode.
It was pretty good,
Good episode. Definitely a good episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sacrificed. They should have been playing chess because you guys were the pawns. That's what they should have been doing.
And the other thing is, I mentioned it with the Toji's fight from earlier this season. I love how they flip it the other way, because it's usually the protagonist that have to have like some 10-step plan to take out the antagonist because he's so powerful. But here it's like, listen, what do I have to do to beat Gojo? And I love
I
it.
need you guys to die for me.
That's true.
You guys need to die.
That's true.
Oh, so Hanami needed to die for his plan to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you need to snap. Yeah, to die.
Because I was reading about the Mahjong thing. It's like you had to sacrifice one piece for it to work or something. And I guess 13, like the unlucky number. And it's a show about curses. Yo. Anyways.
Whoa. I didn't even do that science.
It's just light work. It's just light work for somebody like Gij Akutami. I don't know. His name is Gij.
Light work for him.
He's the author of Kaizen.
Oh, okay.
10 out of 10? 10 out of 10? Can I get 10 out of 10?
Okay, I'll give it a 9.5.
9.5. 9.5. I'll take it.
Get a nice little 9.
9? Okay. I guess it's not little boy sorcerer revived or whatever.
Are you talking about Jolly's reincarnation, which had a beautiful ending? You're lucky we only got 20 minutes left before we gotta do Jeopardy. Or I would snap.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you snapping like Geto Suguru?
Yes. Both
All
of
right.
these books.
We can go One Piece now.
One Piece. What do you think about it,
We're talking about One Piece?
Yeah, One Piece.
So let me dig back into my memory banks and recall how the episode started.
Yeah.
Actually, no, forget that. I'll go into the important parts.
Yeah, just talk about what you like.
A little part a while ago. I can't remember why. I think we were going to talk about iconic anime moments. And there was this one One Piece scene.
Yikes.
And when I watched it, I didn't have any context to it whatsoever. So when I first watched it, I was like, I don't really get what makes this scene so iconic. And what scene it was Nami sitting there crying, stabbing her arm.
Yeah,
taking out the tattoo.
And her being like, why, or some bullshit, crying. And then Luffy coming up, and then her saying, Luffy, help me. And then him putting the hat on her and saying, I will, Nami. So they recreated that. Now that I got the whole context behind the whole situation, I do understand why it was one of the more iconic scenes. I get it. The whole backstory behind it. And it was a very nice scene. It was very moving. It was a little goofy at the end with him screaming 5 times over and over again. See. So it was a little goofy, but it was still very I I would agree. Seeing it in the full context, I would agree that is one of the more iconic scenes, and I feel like just based off what I saw, they did a good job of it.
Yeah,
You guys might feel different.
that scene was fine. Definitely
was-
one of the scenes I liked. I think it was more powerful in the
Yeah,
anime, but I don't think that takes away. I think she does a great job for one.
she did a great job for sure.
Yeah.
I do like that they were all sitting the right way. I like that a lot.
Oh, the next part, that was not good.
Which one? The
walk?
teaming up with, them teaming up with the villagers, them teaming up the villagers as well, wanting to act
No, when Luffy was like, let's go, and they were like, right. Like, come on. That was so bad. That was so bad.
I mean, it's kind of hard
wasn't
to,
I'm yeah, it is hard, but like, I'm just saying it was bad. They could have used, like, I don't understand why you need to have like the 1-for-1 translation, because sometimes the 1-for-1 translation just doesn't sound good.
they should have just said Yosh.
Yeah, they should have said Yosh.
Yosh.
Yeah, that was fire.
Yeah, it was all right.
That fight was interesting. I feel like they I'll be honest, I don't like what they did with Luffy in that fight.
What part?
Him versus Arlong.
Like in the anime, it was kind of, it wasn't really, it was a little bit more one-sided in the anime.
Yeah, Luffy was actually beating him down once he got mad. Now he did take damage. Don't get me wrong. And also them not having what's his face.
Yeah, Hachimaru.
Yeah. They're not having Hachi was pretty big. I will say they did the Usopp fight justice.
Okay, because I was gonna say, what was the point of Usopp coming if he couldn't handle the one-on-one smoke?
He was in the anime. He did the same thing, right?
Yeah.
He run through, and that guy chased him, and then he beat that guy basically. He didn't take as much damage in this one or do anything, but he still beat the guy pretty similarly, Mace. Also, he didn't beat his head with the hammer after, which was like, come on. After you light him on fire, you're supposed to beat him 1,000 times with the hammer.
Damn.
Dude,
Was that part of it?
Bro, I'm gonna take a screenshot right now, Mo. Just peep the chat. After he lit him on fire, you see that hammer and you see his head? He beat him 100 times with that hammer. Yeah, he does. And I mean, the actual fight, like the dude was gonna throw. I mean, they probably couldn't do it here, but the dude was gonna throw a tree at him. He jumps, lights his face on fire, and then when the dude's on fire, running to the water, he speeds up and doesn't let him get to the water and beats him with a hammer into the water. And when the guy's in the water, he run and is about to get up. He runs to him, and off screen, we just see him. We just hear him beating him with the hammer. You can basically see that 1-minute clip. Like he's literally beating him for 20 seconds. Yep, the rubber band was fire too.
Yeah, I feel like Netflix probably was like, nah, let's not have the scene of
Bro, just
this
look
guy
at this.
having his head smashed in with a hammer.
Look at this 20. Well, look at this 20-second clip. Yeah. That the rubber band of doom was amazing. Dude just came in and bluffed so hard the guy closed his eyes scared, and then Usopp runs. It was already gone. He was already gone. That was incredible. But I will say, again, I wasn't really liking the fight because it felt more here that, like, in the anime, Luffy really, like, he let himself get bit so he could get close, so he could put his leg up, so he could put everything down. In this one, it was more like he had the guy breaking the place for him before he did anything. So it just felt, it's the whole same things before. I felt like they really nerfed Luffy in this show. Like,
but you see, I think part of the problem is that this is, you guys are too the well is poisoned. You know what I'm saying? Like you already have an idea of how it should go.
No.
So you can't fully just like appreciate how it's happening.
I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but you're right. You're absolutely right. Because this, for season 1, it's supposed to set a character as weaker, so that way later he gets stronger. But like Luffy was never that. There were people who completely destroyed him, right? And that's what forced the time skip and everything. But that he was never. He's not a weak pirate. His grandpa, wanted him for a reason to be in the Marines. He trained them for his life, and Luffy's over here struggling with grunts. Like,
and speaking of, that's the next thing is when he pulls up on him, Grandpa pulls up on him, and his friend, what's his friend's name? Pink hair dude, Kobe Kobe stands up for him. He's like, "We're not arresting Luffy." He said, "What? I'll move aside then. I'll take him down myself. Get out the way. All right, put your hands up, Luffy. Come here. I'm gonna teach you a lesson I taught you a few times already." And so he starts beating Luffy up. Beating him into a pole.
Realistically, his grandpa can beat him. Like when he was introduced, he beat the hell out of Luffy. Like
what do you mean realistically? I watched it happen. You know?
Yeah. No, I'm talking about in the show too.
Realistically, figuratively, everything. Yeah, he was beating the shit out of him, and Luffy was just like, "Yeah, you can keep punching me, you can keep beating the shit out of me, but I'm gonna just do what I want to do." And then after that, he's like, "Aha, I was testing you." I'm sitting there thinking, "Wait, what do you mean you were testing him?" Wait, what part of you were testing my sternum? What were you testing? You were testing to see if I wouldn't get pulverized. I don't get what was the test there? I didn't understand that. So I'm thinking that part there was more fleshed out in the anime about what this whole test was.
That part doesn't happen until
never happens. Yeah, literally.
That part doesn't happen until like
that part doesn't happen until like so many other people are in the crew.
Yeah. Also, their fight also doesn't happen until later on either. But
as well. Yeah. So there's just a lot. There's a lot that they again. So
this is freestyle.
Yeah, they changed. What's it called? Buggy was not part of this. He has a big part in One Piece. Don't get me wrong, but he was. And honestly, I really hope they do Impel Down like justice if they ever do it. I'm assuming they're not, right? Because like, how are they going to show the poison guy or I don't know. People frozen, people legs cut off, people like yeah.
So on this Garp thing, is it all freestyle? Like, does it kind of happen like this later on?
Garp is very strong, and Garp does go and smack his son for doing things, but he also comes in peace. He doesn't try to arrest him until even when he was defying the government directly, right? Years, right? This would be seasons down. Even when he defies the government directly, Garp still hesitates before he inevitably jumps, like, and does something. So, like, yeah, Garp doesn't do this crap.
He definitely sandbags against Luffy.
Yeah.
And he doesn't, he's in this.
He's a happy guy. He's eating, laughing all the time. Literally eating. He's literally Luffy big. That's who he is. He's big Luffy.
And this, it feels like he's just pissed off that he's like, Luffy's doing this. Like,
yeah, he didn't give a damn. He was laughing before in the show. He's like, that's Luffy.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Parts of him that are goofy. There's lighthearted parts of him, like when he was talking to the chef. He was pretty lighthearted, or when he's talking to Kobe, he has lighthearted moments.
Even when he was talking to the chef, it was pretty serious.
Yeah, he wasn't as lighthearted as like normal. Garp is literally Garp and Luffy are the same. They both were talking, and Garp was reprimanding him in the anime, and they both fell asleep in the middle of the conversation. Like they're the damn same. They're the same. Garp is just overpowered. So, oh no. Yeah. Legitimately. So like it's just really weird. Like I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe season 2 they are going to transition him to a more Garp as how we see it. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to appeal to as many people as possible.
Overall though, what do you think, Mo? How would you rate it?
This One Piece live action series, I'd probably say it was a 7.
I think that's fair, and I think in terms of what do you think about in terms of live action, like remakes? You haven't watched One Piece, but like, did you feel like you were watching Dragon Ball Evolution while you were watching this?
I didn't watch Dragon Ball Evolution.
Good. You're already on the right path.
There's some live actions that I won't watch because I know they're gonna be bullshit. I'm just not even gonna spend my time on it. I think I watched a little bit of the Death Note one, and that one was okay. Yeah, honestly, this show, like, this is, even if you not knowing anything about it, it's okay. I feel like if I knew more about it, I might think it's worse.
Fair. I mean, I would give it a 7 or 8. I think that's fine. I think, yeah, like I think it's actually really good. It does it justice. And then like things could have been better for sure, but what they were going for, I liked it a lot.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. I did rewatch a bunch of scenes on YouTube.
That's exactly what I've been doing. Like, it just made me appreciate One Piece more because it really is good. It's just that the pacing is absolutely awful.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but I will say though, while the pacing might be bad, I still like it better than fast forward, insert buggy to put the plot along type of thing because it's a fleshed out story. The story's good at the end of the day. Story.
Like I don't understand. Like it reminds like there's Game of Thrones where you have the blueprint for it. You don't need to change much, but I didn't mind what they did like with Buggy and Garp, like to make it its own thing. But if they keep doing stuff like this, I don't think it's gonna have the same impact.
I don't think you should use Game of Thrones as a reference. Can I lead your attention to this horse picture?
No, but the Game of the thing is they're never going to be able to catch up with the manga. So I feel like it is a good reference because everything that they did up until everything was written was good.
Yeah.
It was until they had to do stuff themselves where it became really bad.
Yeah, you're right. Either way, season 2 has been written, so we'll probably see that in a year and a half, 2 years, type of thing. But
apparently they had the strike.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the writer strike or the actor strike.
But both, but
no, one of them made a deal and they sent it to.
Oh, that's good. Well, hopefully it's both of them because if both of them are standing together and one makes a deal, that's kind of like the whole problem with what's going on. But what do you guys think down below? What do you think about the One Piece live action series? And also, what do you think about Jujutsu Kaisen this week? We will catch you guys in the next episode, which is sure to be a very, very, very good episode. And thank you for watching the CMP Podcast. Peace, guys.